Welcome back. Episode 2. We are live again. My relationship thing, Henry and Victoria. We are back. Another big packed show tonight.
Very much.
I think you're gonna like it. First up, Nia Long comes up short in the relationship space. See what I did there?
Ah, wow.
Sorry about that. We'll see if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Right. And then also we've got Adam Levine cheating on his Victoria's Secret model of a wife.
Wow. TLC has a show that is featuring a mother and daughter who are in a special kind of relationship. We'll dive into that just a little bit too.
And then finally, we've got an OnlyFans model giving philosophical advice about the married men she sleeps with.
Freaks. Welcome to the show. Let's get into it. First up, we have Nia Long, who was all over the place as far as the news and reports and all this stuff because her fiance, boyfriend, we're not really sure.
7 years.
7 years, coach of the Boston Celtics, was caught cheating, apparently, according to these reports, caught cheating on her. And Boston has suspended him indefinitely. Most people think that he'll eventually get fired and all that type of stuff. But apparently he was having relationships with somebody in the Boston Celtics organization.
Yep. Consensual relationship.
And they made it a point to mention that it was consensual relationships. Then they suspended him indefinitely. I doubt if he ever comes back to coach the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics had a great season last year. Everybody was up in arms because this guy is black. You know, he's got this opportunity. He's in Boston. He's coaching. He's dating Nia Long, okay?
Right.
And Nia Long is, you know, prominent in the acting space and all of this stuff.
And in songs. Her name is frequently in songs.
She is. And so now all of this reporting is coming out that he cheated on her with somebody in the Boston Celtics organization.
Right. And as far as speculations on who it is, there's not that many females that work with the Celtics staff. There's like 4 or 5, maybe 6 women. And so...
That's not a lot.
No, it's not. So it's like, there's 5 people. Which one is it? People put up a picture. Ooh, it's probably the prettiest one or whatever. Everybody that works there, their name's getting dragged into all this because nobody knows who the woman is. I don't know how you feel about that.
No, my thing is too, because if it's an HR issue, right? Because in the NBA, people sleeping with each other is a normal thing. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Right? That's a normal thing for players to sleep with cheerleaders and coaches sleeping with all these other people, all this type of stuff. So people are shocked that why would he get suspended because of this?
Yeah.
And according to the rumors and stuff like that, the rumors and the reports that are out there, I don't know which is which now because there's so much. But apparently one of the women were married to one of these executives in the organization.
I didn't know that. I knew she was married. I didn't know it was an executive in the organization.
Yeah, apparently she's one.
That makes sense why he's suspended.
It would, because that's a tough thing. But let's dive a little bit deeper into this thing, right?
Okay.
Because normally, if you're having consensual sex at the workplace, and them mentioning that, it shouldn't be a big deal as far as how they normally would handle it, right? But I guarantee you, as the story goes on, I can guarantee you that what happened is they were having consensual sex, and then the husband, this executive husband, found out about this whole thing. And that's when it got ugly, because more than likely she was like, oh, he forced me to do this. This was not, I tried to stop. I tried to cut it off. I tried to end it and all of that.
Yeah.
And boom, that's when everything hit the fan. I guarantee it.
That's what I saw, was that she tried to end it. She tried to put a stop to it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And then Ime continued to try to pursue her and was making like weird comments towards her. And
Ime is the Boston coach.
Right, yes.
So apparently it blew up. I heard Ring doorbell stuff too, maybe.
I heard that one too, yeah.
I don't know. It's just so much stuff. It's unfortunate either way, but usually that stuff happens. And here's what I need people to understand too as well. Workplace relationships are a real thing. It's a huge thing. You hear people joke about it all the time. That's my work wife or my work husband and all that type of stuff. You spend so much time with these people.
And you
that's
dress up
easy.
nice for them. We dress up nice every day. You put on your best
Every day.
your best face. And I read that like most men who cheat, the person is at their workplace. Same thing for women. Most women who cheat, the person was at their workplace.
Yeah, around them all the time, smell good all the time, best behavior all the time. You only see the good in that person when you see that person. So it's easy to fall into a relationship with them,
Right.
or some kind of relationship with them, because you only see the best of that person as opposed to the person that you're actually at home with. You get to see them all the time. You see them when they poop, when they smell bad, when they're angry, upset, wilding out, or whatever. When you take the TV from them, the remote, the fighting, the kids. All of that stuff, you get all of that stuff at home. But when you're in this work relationship, you only see the best of the best with these people.
Their highlight reel.
Yes, and this coach of the Celtics apparently was just going around, not just one woman, but just going around with multiple women, according to some reports, and just having a good old time doing this type of stuff. And apparently Nia Long, who is Ime's, again, fiance, girlfriend, whatever, she was being helped by the woman that he was cheating with, apparently.
She knew her and worked with her.
That's hard.
And a lot of people were saying Nia was blindsided because I think I read that this affair has been going on for several months or maybe a year. And Nia just moved from LA to Boston 2 weeks ago. Like during this, the investigation was already going on in the Celtics. Ime already knew this. Ime, like, yeah, come on, move out here. And then Nia found out, packed her stuff.
And that's one thing too. So if you're out there cheating, you're out there and you know you're dogging a woman out, right? You don't even have enough man in you to say, before you move up here to be with me, to be closer, before you move in and make this big step, make this big change, I need you to know something. I made a mistake. I messed up. I did this, knowing that there's an investigation going on.
Right.
That's beneath.
It's not like you work for a secret team.
Play for the ghosts. I play for the invisible ghosts. Wow.
She'll never find out.
And that's tough though. But at the same time, Nia Long should not have any business being with a guy for 7 years?
Engaged for 7 years. Like that threw a lot of red flags to me alone. Like,
that's not even a red flag. That's that's like
a black flag.
That's why it's gotta be black. Why it's gotta be black? Really? All the colors you could have picked. You don't pick a black flag. Well, I tell you the truth, man. Nia Long should have seen the black flag, I guess, because there's no way you gave him a child already, which you shouldn't have given a child without the commitment. Why are you giving this man your heart? You're giving him your time. You're giving your commitment.
Your body.
You're giving your body. All of this. Now your son. You're giving him all this stuff, and he won't even commit to you. That's a problem.
Right.
That is a problem, and I keep trying to express that to young women. A man doesn't need 7 years to commit to you. Well, you know what? Men have commitment issues. No, they don't. They do not. He's had the same cell phone number and the same cell phone for 17 years.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? He's got the same cable company for 200 years he's had. He's committed to all his friends on PlayStation. He has a PlayStation friend for 98 years.
Right.
The problem is not that he won't commit. He won't commit to you. And that's the issue. And if he's not committing to you, then why are you letting him drop wood off in you? I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
What do you? I don't know if you've already heard any rumors about what's next, but do you think she's going to take him back, or do you think she's out of there?
Well, I don't know about like in rumors or reports as far as that stuff goes. I would venture to say that she'll stay. One, they got a kid together.
Yeah.
Two, he's of prominence, as far as, money and status and all that stuff in the NBA circles, all that type of stuff that's there.
It was,
whatever.
Yeah.
And Nia Long is not the youngest person at the barnyard dance either. So in that particular space, in that particular area, she's probably gonna try to fight for it, and it's not for us to condemn her fighting for it. If you feel like there's 1% chance that you can make this thing work, that things can change and turn around and all that stuff, go for it.
Yeah.
We're cheering for it. Well, we're cheering for it. We want the best out of the relationship, but it's a tough situation to be in. You got
especially publicized.
And to be publicized, and like I said, if HR is involved and you got these human resources rules and stuff like that, these other women that were involved in this, they should be out there too. If you're gonna put him out there and expose him, he's the head coach, he did this, then what about these other women? The only reason I can think of that they wouldn't say these other women's name is if the women or woman has changed and said that this thing was forced on her. I'm good, ain't it?
That was interesting speculation.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We shall see
in a couple months, I bet.
Yes, indeed. We do want the best for them, but we'll see what happens with that whole thing. Next topic is coming up, guys. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about what?
Adam Levine.
Adam.
I know.
We'll be back in a moment. At some point in your relationship, maybe you'll need some help with just voicing yourself, communication, any of those things. We have a service for you that will provide you with just that.
Yep, we have one-on-one guidance to help you with all that conflict resolution, sexless marriages, all of that, even just dating, even if you're single.
There's a lot that goes into relationships. I don't think a lot of people understand how much time and effort and thought goes in, even beforehand, as far as relationship. But we can help you out with the coaching that we have, services that we provide. Where can they go and book us?
You guys can click on the link in the bio, go to myrelationshipthing.com and book a one-on-one call with us.
We will talk to you then. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for staying with us. Have you subscribed to the channel yet?
Click it.
Click the subscribe button. Let's go. We're going to talk about Adam Levine. Who is this guy?
All right. So he is famous singer in Maroon 5. If you guys listen to that, I used to.
Maroon 5. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my
Back in high school.
Oh my
All right. So he has been, I'm not sure if he's been sleeping around with other people, but anyway, he's been cheating on his wife, who is a supermodel, Victoria's Secret model. I think her name's Behati. I don't know how to say her name. But they've been married for 8 years. They've got 2 kids together. And 5 women from Instagram came forward with screenshots of things that Adam was sending them that were not appropriate. The main one that you may have heard of, her name's Sumner. She was the main one that came out, and initially she had shown her friends screenshots of Adam's messages, and she thought she could trust them with keeping this large secret. But one of them,
Sumner is a problem. Adam is a problem. Okay, look. One, Adam is as cupcake as it gets, and I never listened to Maroon 5. That was kind of not my thing.
It's very cupcakey.
Yeah, because you grew up in a white flag society. I grew up with the black flag, but I wasn't a listener of it. But in my research for this guy, it's very cupcake. I saw this guy's in dresses. He's got the whole, the typical Democratic stuff going on. Black Lives Matter on his post and all of that. His wife's page is very demonic, very dark material in her page and stuff like that. Be very careful about who you choose to be with, especially as a man. You need a strong man that's able to lead you, not a man that is going to submit to you. Because as a woman, you are going to change and fluctuate depending on emotions and all that stuff by design. Facts. And that's fair. Now, let's get to Sumner. Sumner comes out with this exposure, right? And the first thing in her video that she says is, I'm messing with I was messing with a married man that
who's dating
a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
That eliminates it.
Why would you say that it was a Victoria's Secret model. So I did a little digging.
Okay. What'd you scoop up?
Now, apparently in the circles of Sumner, her ex-friends and stuff, she's a marketing major or had a major in marketing, right? So now she's coming out with this stuff. All of a sudden, she's just coming out with this stuff. Oh, this guy, I feel, here's the trigger word, I feel exposed.
I feel manipulated.
Big words, right? So people run around playing with those words and stuff like that. You don't play around with those words. I feel manipulated. You know what you were doing.
Yeah.
You knew you were sleeping with a married man.
Right.
And what people don't understand, I want people to understand this real clear. Even if she is not in a relationship, she's still cheating because she's messing with a person that is in a relationship. That is still cheating.
Now, wait. What do you say to her claim of, I didn't know he was married. He led me on to believe that their marriage was ending and that things were not good kind of thing?
No, that is the typical thing that you would hear right now. If you go out and you find, right, you thicker than gumbo.
Well, thank you.
Yes, you are. You lucky these cameras on.
Gumbo or Dumbo?
Dumbo's an elephant.
I know.
Oh my goodness, man. If you went out right now and just started talking to just random people, right? Because people will look at you as like, oh man, this woman is fine, right? You know what they'll tell you? Things at home are not right. And I'm about to leave her 100% of the time. And this one wants to contribute it to her being young and youthful and not as popular yet. Saying, oh, I just feel manipulated by this whole thing. No, you knew what you were doing. You were seeking attention. You got the attention. And then you want to say, oh, I sent screenshots out to people that I trusted. One, why would you send screenshots out of that?
Yeah.
You know what you were doing.
Another reason she claims to be manipulated is because she had just moved to LA and she felt she was being taken advantage of because she was new to LA and therefore did not know of Adam's marriage.
Right. So if you're messaging somebody, was it on Instagram, right?
Yeah, it was on Instagram.
You're messaging somebody on Instagram and you don't even look at their page. And this dude has his wife and kids and all this stuff all through this page, but you're telling me, oh, I was just messaging him, but I don't look at the page.
And this went on for a year.
Supposedly.
Yeah. And supposedly once she realized that he is still married, he is going to stay married, then she broke it off with him. And then that's when Adam came back and said in her DMs. In the DMs. Okay, serious question. I'm having another baby. And if it's a boy, I really want to name it Sumner. You cool with that? Dead serious.
A boy named Sumner.
A boy named Sumner.
Now we go back to Adam. And Adam hadn't been the same since Eve. I'm just saying, man. Look, that's that cupcakeness that I'm talking about. That's that sweet syrup that I'm talking about. If it's a boy, you would name your son Sumner.
No.
What's your son's name? Barbara. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And Adam cannot be excused of any of this stuff. Now, in Adam's defense, he's saying that there was no physical, actual cheating in that regard, but it was texting and messaging that were just off kilter and all this type stuff.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do believe it. Considering Sumner and how she is, I believe that he's probably telling the truth, maybe. Wouldn't make a difference either way.
There were still 4 other ones.
And then, you got to throw in the other ones and all this type stuff. And usually what happens in these situations is that you're messaging, you're texting and all this type stuff. And then it gets to a point where usually the man will say, you know what? This is not worth it. I want to stay with my wife. Boom, everything goes haywire. You gonna stay with your wife after all we've been through? I've been sending you pictures of this cougar and all of this type stuff, and now you want to stay with your wife. I thought things weren't working out. Blah 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 blah. All this type stuff starts to go crazy, right? Then it's like, oh well, you know what? If you want to leave me, then how about you throw an extra $5? You Maroon 5 guitar player, singer guy that's got all these Grammys and awards and all over social media and everybody loves you with 15 million followers. Give me something.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then if you don't do that, then it's the whole exposure and all of this type stuff that usually comes with that. Then all of these other women that are in this that have been quiet say, hey, wait a minute. Money's is about to start flowing, lawsuits and all this stuff. He may pay her hush money. Then you know what? Oh, look at me, look at me. He maroon 5'd me too. I seen his little maroon all in his pants. I seen it. All of that type stuff starts to happen.
I feel like maybe there was a sense of jealousy because apparently all these screenshots from all these different women that they're now putting out, Adam kept mentioning, like, I'm about to have a baby. Like, I'm about to have a baby soon. Do you feel any type of way about, like, why are you telling all these side chicks, like, yeah, I'm about to have a baby by my wife? Like, why?
Like, why would he do that? Maybe to try to clear the space, or maybe trying to, like I said, end things. Maybe he's trying to end things with those people. Maybe, I don't know what the situation is.
Still, even if you are trying to end something, naming your baby after your mistress, like, now that, why would you place that curse on a child's head? Well, now that kid has to grow up, like.
Again, that goes to being a man, right? That's a very foul thing to even think about, a foul thing to even do. And at the same time, when you're dating and marrying these celebrities, there's a lot that you have to open up to. Because these celebrities are out there a lot. They're on the road a lot. Most of them are cheating and living double lives and all this type of stuff. There's a lot in there. And then you also factor in the fact that his wife was a Victoria's Secret model. So her being, her existence was all based on her physical appearance.
Very true.
He got with her physical experience. So then you put yourself in space to be with a man that will always be seeking a physical experience. You understand?
Yeah.
And because of that whole space, it creates dangers and all of that type of stuff.
I agree, because I know we co-sign with the fact that whenever you see a man and his wife is on social media half naked, which obviously his wife always is, we all know. Behati, what she looks like. Just like the last episode, Brittany Renner, you know, all these ladies.
You know the rule.
Yeah.
If she is half naked on social media, she is fully naked spiritually. And if you look at even at his wife, you can see it in her countenance. And she's got a lot of, like I said, demonic activity and stuff like that on her page. It's an ugly world to be in. Then California? I think they're in California, right? California, I think, look, if you're in California, man, you need to just move. Just move out of California, man. That's an ugly thing.
This is not a drill.
Yeah, but that's a sad situation altogether for Adam and his family. Obviously, we'll be praying for him and stuff like that, but that's a sad situation. And Sumner and all these other women that are now coming out of the woodworks, all that stuff, that's a very dangerous game to be in, because when you cheat, you got to understand that it's when you lay with trash, you will eventually start to stink and reek of it, right? You know, if you lay with trash, then eventually you'll come home smelling like trash.
Right.
And then it will affect your wife. It will affect your children. It'll affect yourself. It'll affect your friends, your career, everything, because you chose to lay down and be in trash.
Right.
Coming up next, that's ugly.
It is.
Coming up next, we have a mother and daughter duo that may be doing the O.
What?
It's nasty. You won't want to miss it.
Little
Stay
disturbing.
tuned. On this episode, we created a new phrase, Black Flag. And in this book right here, this is our latest book. It'll tell you a little bit about some Black Flags. Victoria, help us out.
All right. Well, you want to know all the secrets of men that your mom did not tell you, all the really like nasty secrets that people don't really want to talk about? Ooh. They're in here. Like how to know if he's been watching porn, how to know if he's recently masturbated, how to catch him if he's cheating, and more.
I think Nia Long could have benefited from that particular book.
Yeah.
Orgasm, that is our latest book. Like I said, Amazon, iBooks, Barnes & Noble, you can get it any of those places. Orgasm, The Secrets of Men. Everybody should have a copy of this book. Welcome back to the show, man. Y'all like the gear, man? Y'all like the gear?
New shirts.
Yeah. Girl dad.
Girl dad.
Yeah.
It's got some help with that right there.
Pow.
Mine says, bring back submissive women.
I like that. I like that one.
I try.
All right, next story. Let's get into it. You know something about this?
I do, unfortunately.
All right, TLC, the network TLC has a show. What's it called again?
It's called Smothered.
That's a pretty cool name.
It's about women overbearing their daughters.
Yes. Now we have a mother and daughter on the show that are very, very, very close together. These two right now, the mother and daughter, what they do, they massage each other, oil each other down. They are around each other all the time, naked in the showers together,
fully grown daughter,
sleeping together. All of this type of stuff is going on. It's on TV. Anybody can watch it. What say you about this, Victoria?
I don't understand.
You never twerked with your mama?
Oh, I never twerked, period. Thank you.
Oh, I beg to differ.
First of all, obviously it's super weird. Yeah, it is. It's not like, oh, it looks kind of like they're a little too close. No, they're literally sitting on top of each other, half naked, on this national TV show, massaging each other, saying how much they have to touch each other, they have to kiss, they call each other baby and whatnot. Just walking around naked. I'm sure the camera guy was very happy that night. They're just walking around naked, all the time.
Yeah. No
men in the picture. Probably never will be. If there is, I'm sure they're both doing the same guy.
You took a thought. I was gonna save it till later.
Oh, my bad. You can take it.
It's too late. You just said it already.
Let me guess. You gonna say something about fathers?
Yeah. What in any of the stories that we've done, this episode, last episode, where are the fathers in the picture? Isn't that something?
Interesting.
Isn't that something? But in this particular story on this show, Smothered, right? Yes, they talking about men. They talk about their sex life. They talk about everything, and they're all close up on each other. They are on top of each other,
literally,
often.
Yeah,
and also the mother who was going to the mother was thinking about adopting a niece.
Really,
right? But the daughter was like, no,
really,
don't do it because I don't want anybody else to have your time.
Wow.
So in a lot of ways, the man is being replaced by their particular type of relationship. And you'll see that a lot in with these single women in 2022. You see that a lot. Mothers, daughters, they'll manipulate each other. They'll sabotage each other so that one doesn't go out, get married, have a relationship and all those type of things, so they won't lose out on that.
Right.
So they trick and trap one another to stay in connection with one another.
And stay single.
Yeah, stay single with one another. And I thought it was just like the most raunchiest thing. But if you pay attention to it, it's becoming a big thing in social circles. I know porn is now pushing this whole agenda of stepmom, stepdad, incest, all this type of stuff, right?
Yep.
And if you look at the trajectory of sexuality in our particular country, it's not new, historically, but if you look at it used to be that get married, then have sex. That was the thing, right? Get married, then have sex. Then it went into, oh, well, you don't have to really be married as long as you care about a person. Right. Just be in love with one another, then have sex. Then it went from that to, well, you don't really have to be in love with each other. Sex is just a good thing. It's a natural thing. Just have sex with who you want to have sex with.
Make that normal.
Make that normal. Then it became the one night stand type thing. Then it became the group type thing because one person is not enough. So let's have sex with a whole bunch of people. Then that's not enough. Let's have sex with the same sex.
Yeah.
Then it went into, from that, now the whole thing is the whole pedo movement. Now these children, they understand.
Right.
This 3-year-old understands
I'm a
love.
Minor attracted
do
person.
That. Yes. Let's get into that, and then you get into the whole bestiality stuff. That's why people are really having this newfound relationship with dogs, right? So you can't kill dogs. Like if you look at the like Michael Vick spent time in prison for dog fighting, right?
Right.
But Brett Favre thing, nobody saying anything to Brett Favre. Nobody saying anything to Tom Brady about all the money manipulation, taken from poor people, all that type of stuff. Oh, that's fine, but don't you dare fight those dogs, right? You can kill a baby in the womb, and we're okay with that, but don't you dare kill a baby because we love and we want these. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Slippery slope.
Slippery slope. This show was nasty. And obviously they have different couples on there in same types of situation and in various situations, like daughter mother relationships type thing, daughter son relationships. I mean mother mother son relationship. It's weird altogether. It is it is weird altogether. But this particular one was just filthy, just over the top.
They're very proud about it too. They were just giggling on camera like, this is just so, I can't wait to tell everybody. This is so cool.
Yeah. And no man in sight, no authority in sight. It was just them. They talk about how they go out, how they dance together. They just bouncing and shaking everywhere they go.
Yeah, and then this is a cool mom. I have a cool mom because she drinks in clubs with me, and it's kind of like the roles are reversed. Keyword. Kind of like the roles are reversed. Like I'm the mom and she's the kid. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, you see that a lot too. I was just gonna say that too. That why is the daughter trying to feel like the mother, and why is the mother trying to feel like the daughter? It's like they are missing something. They're trying to grab what they're missing out of the relationship. And
they're not going to find it in each other.
That's deep. You gotta say it like that. They're not going to find it in each other.
They're not.
That's all you say. They're not going to find your hair. Sorry. They're not going to find it in each other.
Don't be mad because your hair don't move.
My hair does move.
Down the drain.
That's nasty. That's disgusting. Crazy stuff. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this particular story. You think that this whole incest thing is going to be the new thing, the new popular thing? Or are we just reaching? This is way out. No, people would never do that.
You know us. We be reaching.
Yeah, we reaching. Like the little stretch guy from the, the little...
Invincible Ford. Fantastic Four.
Ford?
Fantastic Four.
My goodness. You know what? No superhero reference comes from you. No more references come from superheroes for you. You're just out of it,
Oh, Elastigirl. That's what you meant.
No. It's the dude, not the Elastic. No.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, my goodness. Next up. What we got next up?
Next up, we've got an OnlyFans model.
Oh, her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that in a second.
Coming up next. Hey, did you know that we had a podcast?
Yes, we do.
We do?
We probably don't.
You didn't know that we had a podcast?
Where have you been?
Check out the website, My Relationship Thing, and you can check out all of our podcast episodes. Every single season, every single episode. Check out and let us know what you think.
Yep. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio.
Let's go. Hey, you're still here.
Hey!
They are still here. Good, we appreciate it. Let's get into it. The final story of the day, but it's a doozy, okay? We're talking about this OnlyFans sex worker freak a leak from the streets.
I was going to say in the sheets.
Well,
no, it's everywhere. This is an OnlyFans model / escort, for lack of better terms, who is... I wouldn't say she's bragging about it, but she's coming out on social media saying, yep, I sleep with married men, and I don't feel guilty about it. Y'all shouldn't feel I don't want a man. I don't need a man. This is my job. This is what I do. And she has no remorse, and she's coming out in public saying, I'm sleeping with married men, which itself isn't a risk just to say out loud, because you could be a red spot in the street very soon.
You can't. You can. Now, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't have the quote verbatim, but I'm going to paraphrase. She was saying that women ought to stop blaming
women for men's choices.
Stop blaming women for men's choices. Wow. What's wrong with that? I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to hand this over. Look, take this.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
Thank you. I got it. All right.
Okay,
so she's saying basically her sleeping with a married man, it's all on the married dude. Like, she's not necessarily she's the victim, but like y'all need to hold him accountable. I'm gonna do me over here, and just keep sleeping with married men. Don't really care about it. Y'all need to go fix him. Don't tell me anything.
Right.
Just worry about him.
Not realizing that she is hurting women just as much as she is hurting these men.
Right.
And she's hurting herself.
Very
because
much.
this guy, this lady looks like a dried prune in the face, man. Like she's just been sucked up out of nowhere, man. Look at this. I don't know. I think we're gonna put it right here. Put it right here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Look at that. That is something serious, right? That's something seriously wrong with the person that would do that first off, and that looks like that. There's a reason that she looks like that.
Yeah.
And to say that you are okay with just
proud of it.
Getting naked for strangers is a serious thing, right? If you just get naked for them, but to give your body to people that you do not know on a consistent basis and have no remorse about it and no feelings about it, that means that you are void and empty. That means you are a walking disease waiting to happen, a walking charge waiting to happen, a walking problem waiting to happen. That's a serious thing. And she doesn't even realize that. No. And then on the men's side, yes, married men or unmarried men, it doesn't matter. To sleep with this woman is foul. That's dirty, man. And married men ought to know better, right? But at the same time, too, because we do so much of the relationship stuff across the board with Facebook and TikTok and all that type of stuff, women walk around cheering about sexless marriages. Women walk around cheering that, I haven't given my husband any in 7 years.
Do what I want.
Yeah, it's
my body.
It's my body. I just I don't want to give it to him. You know what?
Care about me.
Yeah, it's all about me. When I want it, I'll get it, and just leave him out there. You are setting your husband up for a disaster if you are not consistent with it. I'm not talking about if you're sick and you can't do it. No, fine. You know what I'm saying? If you're tired one day, that's fine too. But if you're physically able and capable to consistently have sex with your husband, then girl, drop your draws for this man.
On the regular. Just like we talked about this in a podcast very well, just like how women need attention and like emotional connection from their partner. Like affection. They need it. Men need sex.
Yeah.
It's not a want. It's like it's not an option.
Yeah, you got to know your husband's sex drive too. Some men super high sex drive. Some men are very average. Hey, you better believe it. You look at these cameras on right now. Matter of fact, we're gonna mess up this washing machine after this.
Wow, it's our new favorite spot.
So you have to be very careful. Another thing that she said, this sex worker, because that's what she essentially is. Yeah. This sex worker, what she said was that I'm a machine. I just turn it on and turn it off. That's what she said. Right?
What I thought about when she said that was like, she kept saying like, I turn it on, I turn it off. I go to work, turn it on, come home, turn it off. I don't bring work home with me, blah, blah, blah. That sounds very like I step into the spirit, I step out of the spirit. Man. It's very I turn the demon on, I turn it off. That's where my mind went.
That's deep. Because like I said, it looks like it in her face. And some people do that, man. Some people step into these spiritual spaces that are very dangerous. And what happens is you tie yourself to this when you go inside of this woman, and then you now take that and then go take it to your house or wherever you take it, your children, and you wondering why things are not right at your house. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Why everybody angry? Why everybody sick? Why everybody sick? You sleeping with a monster over here. Yeah. And this monster doesn't even care about anything. She's talking about she can turn it on and turn it off. That's very dangerous.
Really, you literally you can't turn it off. Like that's just who you are now.
Right.
You can't. Take, it's not like a shirt, you take the demon off when you come. Nope, that's just you now.
That's deep. That is deep, man.
And another thing, like she tried to justify, her actions saying that, well, everybody's a whore. You know, it's just an exchange of time and money. Everybody does that when they go to work. This is me doing that. I exchange my body for money. Everybody's a whore. Everybody's just like me in one way. So,
that's the reality of her world, because that's all she's around right? That the life that she is, just like any of our lives, right? We are the makeup of our surroundings. That's her reality, that's her surrounding, and that's her problem right now. She doesn't even realize it. She said also that she hadn't been in a relationship since she started this sex work, not realizing that she can't be in a relationship.
No.
And she probably can never, ever, and this is a sad thing, like she could probably never, ever be in a healthy relationship from this point on, right? Because there's nothing there.
And she may be young now, but once, you know, give her like 5, maybe 10 years, she's going to get tired of this. Right. But she's all out on the internet. Yep. The internet doesn't die.
It does not.
Your pictures and videos on the internet don't die. This video that you just posted saying to the whole world, I sleep with married men and I don't care about it. 10 years from now, what's your life going to look like when you are trying to settle down and find someone, but everybody knows this is what your whole life was.
Exactly. And she's probably aging fast. I don't know how old she is now, but she looks old now.
When you said a prune, you literally meant a prune. Yeah. A lot of the people in the comments were like, that was kind of funny, but they were like, she looks like a walking poster for STDs. She looked like she got AIDS. She like...
That's tough language, you know, and, you know, I wish the best and I pray the best for this young woman and everybody that she's dealing with, but she looks like sick, like she really does. Yeah. I thought about Walking Dead when I saw this woman, and I think in a lot of ways she is dead in a lot of ways. Yeah. Like internally and stuff like that. But everybody has to take responsibility too at the same time, because it's not just her. She's not just sleeping with herself all the time. You know, she's sleeping with all these people who are coming to her page. People are paying her for this. People are paying her for this.
But don't respect her.
Never. No. Obviously, they don't respect her and stuff like that. She doesn't respect herself. No. You know what I'm saying? And a man will never fully commit to anything he doesn't fully respect.
That's deep.
King talk.
Stop growling. I told you about that growling. The women gonna be crazy in the comments. Y'all better.
Y'all got me in trouble, man. I was just breathing. Okay? But it's serious. It's something that everybody has to look at. Everybody has to take accountability. Not just her, not just the married men, but the wives of these men too have to take accountability. The country that we live in has to take accountability too, because we've taken the lid off of sex and said you can freely have sex any kind of way you want, whenever you want, however you want, and all this type of stuff. Yep. And all of this monstrous activity has started to happen.
Empowerment.
Yes. And I just did a video, matter of fact, too. I just did a video on TikTok. I don't know, maybe 50,000 views or whatever, but talking about making sure that you take care of your husband's sexual needs. That stuff is important. Being consistent, like we said, in feeling each other. That's not just consistency on the sex side, but on the affection side for your wife too, on the providing side, leadership side, submissive side. For all of it needs to have a consistency to it, so that it can really help you with these type of temptations that come. Because temptation will come one way or another to women, to men. That temptation will be there. Will you be strong enough though to look at that temptation right in his eyes and say, I heard it through the grapevine.
What do you say though?
Wait, you didn't catch that? Temptations? Heard it through the grapevine?
Young people props.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Man. Yeah.
You should have married older.
Matter of fact, I should have sung a Maroon 5 song. I bet you would have knew that. Yes,
I have a question though. What about the people that we're already going to predict it, that are going to come in the comments and say, oh, King Henry, you're saying that it was these wives' fault for these married men cheating because they didn't give sex? What do you say to them?
Yep. No. What I'm saying is to make sure that you better the strength of your marriage. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that the women should take blame in this situation, because at the end of the day, this husband is an individual, right? And has he, as a husband, went through all the course? Did you talk to your wife about not having sex? Did you express the temptations that you have? Did you try to get help and counsel? Did you call us and say, hey, Henry, Victoria, can y'all set up a coaching session with me? Talk, whatever the case may be, to try to strengthen the marriage. Now, as a wife, you ought to be able to fulfill those needs for your husband if you are physically able to do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, you say, hey, well, you know what? My head hurts. Okay, well, your hands not hurt. Use your hands, right?
Your mouth's not broke.
You nasty son of a gun.
Lucky now.
Look at you, girl.
Your mouth ain't broke either.
Hey
Hey.
now. See, this is supposed to be a PG show. You turned it into a slip and slide. But we are married though, so it's okay. It's
We
okay.
good.
We're married.
We good.
But yes, do everything that you can to try to strengthen your marriage in that regard. It's not about finding the blame and all of it. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get everybody to have a place to find themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To prevent, obviously this escort service lady only cares about this escort service lady. She only cares about her. Her God is her money. So she'll do anything for the money. So when those attacks start to come towards you and your family and all those type things, do you have the strength and things in place to be able to say, nope, I don't need to get your vagina.
Right.
I have vagina at home, and it's a very good vagina, or a very good
Weird word.
mouth, hands, feet,
Right.
breast.
All of that.
There's a lot of ways
A lot.
to make things happen in your relationship.
Stop making excuses.
Agreed.
All right, guys, that's it for this show. Stay tuned for the next one. As usual, we're going to have hot content for you. Henry, what do they need to do?
I don't know what they need to do. Don't subscribe, I'll tell you that.
Don't do that.
No, you'd be crazy if you
that.
subscribe to this channel.
That'd be
getting
the
all
dumbest
these
thing you did today.
alerts and knowing what we do. We got shorts too. We got shorts.
Yeah, we do have shorts videos.
Yeah, and jeans. Shorts and jeans.
Goodbye, people.
Y'all have a good one, man.